Again, it's Good Morning Delta Wednesday's edition. We call it the midweek edition, and here is what we'll come on board the segment A Time with the Doctor. It's one segment where we x-ray issues, medical issues that affect the patients. We'll bring in a doctor to talk to us about such topics and tell us what can be done as the topic will demand. What could be the cause of XYZ challenge? What are factors that aids it, and what exactly the patient so concerned should do. Today we have an ENT surgeon in the house talking about ear, nose and throat surgeon. He is Dr. Okulubo Neku. I hope I got that right.
Yes, that's close enough.
Okay, Dr. Okulubo Neku Emmanuel. He is the chief consultant, ear, nose and throat surgeon, Delsuth Ogara. That was the Delta State University Teaching Hospital. Ogara. Doctor, good morning.
Good morning. Always my pleasure to be here.
Okay.
And I must say it's been a while.
All right. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And we're talking noises in the ear today.
Yeah.
Noises in the ear. When people hear noises in the ear, it may have occurred to you. And what exactly are they? What are the causes? Why should somebody hear a noise in his or her ear? Doctor.
Yes. The medical word for that is called tinnitus. 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 I'm sure a lot of people will be googling it as I speak. Yeah, it's tinnitus. It's actually a symptom, not a disease. Because what it does show is that it just suggests that there's an underlying condition. So tinnitus, noises in the ear, is a symptom that you need to investigate further to find out why the person has tinnitus. In those days, the fact if you wake up and you're hearing noises, several superstitions were alluded to that. They will say witch slapped you in the night. Maybe a witch slapped you in the night, or different reasons or whatever.
Maybe you're going mentally
exactly, or the spirits are trying to reach out to you.
Send a message.
Yes, but these days we found out that there are several reasons that cause people to hear noises in their ears. Now, just to clarify, the noises can be of various types. It could be buzzing, it could be hissing, it could be ringing. That is the commonest one. You know how you are when they slap you in your ear and they say you hear a ringing noise in your ear. It could be hissing. Yes. No, not thoughts now. No. We're talking about noises now, not voice.
Let's break it down. Buzzing like mosquito or fly
buzzing,
or bees.
Yes, buzzing like a fly.
Okay.
It could be hissing. It could
like somebody hissing.
Yes. Then it could be ringing. It could
like
be
a bell.
Yes. It could
Could also be vibrating.
Yes. Yeah, that's possible. There is a vibrating type. And probably when I'm talking about when I get to all the various causes, we may get to that point.
All right.
So there are the ones that vibrate, and usually we try to classify it into two types. There is one that only the patient will hear. When you go close as a doctor or as a medical practitioner, you're not going to hear anything. We call that the subjective tinnitus. That's the one only the patient hears. Then there is the type that I, as a medical practitioner, I can feel, I can hear when I get close with my stethoscope or whatever. That is called the objective tinnitus. So there's the subjective tinnitus and the objective tinnitus. Now when we come to the various causes, I'll try and list out some of the causes and what can be done in such circumstances.
All right, thank you very much. If you're just joining us, it's a time with the doctor. And this morning we're talking tinnitus, and that's the technical word, medical word for it.
Yeah.
In brief, it means noises in the ear. When you hear a buzzing noise like a fly or mosquito passing or something like that, or a bee, or when you hear hissing sounds, or you hear a vibrating sound, or even a ringing sound. He says all of these are different types of noises you could hear in your ear. He says, the rest assured, it is not a disease. It is a symptom of something. We're going to get there. He will tell us what could be the cause of all of this. He said way back it was superstitiously believed to be someone in a state of maybe a kind of purity. You're about to be communicated to by the spirit world, maybe your great-grandfather, your ancestors, or someone is a witch has slapped you. I don't know how a witch actually slapped you when you didn't go to the curve. That's how we tell us that. But no, let's get really serious. You said there are two types. The one the patient can hear alone is subjective, and the one that you as an expert can hear using your stethoscope is objective. Okay. Do we have age, gender, or anything to do with this?
Yes, fine, beautiful. It occurs more in the elderly. Gender, males are more prone to it. Males, elderly. And when I start going into all the various conditions that causes, you will understand why. Now,
when you say elderly, we're looking at what age?
Maybe like 65 and above, 65, 70. Why are they more prone to? Because as at that time, they are prone to what we call presbycusis. Sorry about that.
No, you have to really be sorry. Let's break it down.
Age-related hearing loss. Age-related hearing loss. So one of the symptoms of age-related hearing loss is noises in the ear. The same thing will go with noise-induced hearing loss. Then
let's see the medical name again.
Presbycusis.
Okay,
presbycusis. Yes, that's age-related hearing loss. So one of the cardinal symptoms is noises in the ear. Okay, so then even the one that is prone to noise, like for example, I've been on this show several times, and I don't shy away from talking about use of headphones, trying to tell people how dangerous they are to the ears. Now, when you use headphones for a long time, you use earpieces and all that, you are prone to tinnitus. You're prone to tinnitus because the noise, you're having noise-induced hearing loss. I'll give you a quick example.
So headphones could be inducement factor in that you're not up to 60, you're not elderly.
Yes, but they're causing noise-induced hearing loss. And so even when you take off the headphones, you keep on hearing the ringing noise. Now let me give you a quick example. Somebody is in a nightclub, or maybe you're in a church, you're sitting by the speaker, and after some hours, you just hear this ringing noise in your ear. Or maybe a pepper grinder, you grind pepper, and when you go home, the noise is just ringing, as if there's a permanent phone in your ear. Fine. Now that is called temporary threshold shift. So if you're in a nightclub, for example, and you're sitting by the speaker, or you're in church and you hear that noise, when you step out for a few hours or minutes, you find after about 4 or 5 hours, the noise will calm down. No, let me just say for about 1 hour or so, or 2 hours, the noise will calm down and your head will cool down, as it were. Now that is the temporary threshold shift. After some time, it becomes permanent. Permanent means that noise you're hearing is just persistent. So that is the damage that the noise has caused to the inner ear. So it's one of the symptoms is tinnitus, which is the noise you hear. The same symptom you're going to hear if you take a drug like quinine. Now I'm going to another cause of noises in the ear.
So this one you call temporary threshold shift.
Yes.
Simply put, means you've been used to a particular noise.
No, the damage has not been permanent. So after some time, the noise stops. But when the damage becomes permanent, the noise is continuous. And it affects sleep. It causes depression and anxiety. In fact, there's what is called tinnitus questionnaire. I'm sure those that are Googling and all that now, that listen to me, they will see a tinnitus questionnaire online. One of the major things about tinnitus questionnaire is to find out how much is affecting your work, how much is affecting your sleep. Because a number of times the person just lie down on the bed and all he hears is that noise. And that noise is going to keep him awake till morning. In fact, that was why that myth came about a witch slapping you and all that, because the person does not sleep. The noise just keeps the person awake. But there are various degrees of disability. So you find that for some people, the noise is not so bad, they can sleep, but they have anxiety, depression, and so on and so forth.
Let's look at this permanent and temporary damage to inner ear.
Yeah.
Define the inner ear for us, and what are the causes for this, and what has led to this
damage? The inner ear, there are 3 parts of the ear. the outer ear. This is part of what we're seeing. We call it the pinna. Continues into the ear canal. Then from there we have the eardrum. From there you now have the middle ear. So the middle ear ends at the bone, what we call, sorry about that, the petrous bone. So the inner ear is housed within the bone. It's from the inner ear you have the sensory and the nervous part. The nerve is the nerve that goes into the brain. So it's one of the commonest things that damages the inner ear is noise, excessive noise. So the noise will damage, so I'm trying to break it down as much as possible, what we call the hair cells. The inner ear has hair cells. So the noise damages the hair cells. And incidentally, I always say this, that in hearing, that term prevention is better than cure is never as apt as when we're talking about it, because once the hair cells are damaged, they hardly come back. They don't recover. So once the damage that's why you talk about hearing aids. People take hearing aids, cochlear implants and all that. So you want to prevent the damage in the first place. That is why you don't want to use headphones for long period. That is why you don't want to expose yourself to loud noises. Okay?
So for somebody who works in a radio studio, for instance, you know, you are constantly with the headphone, you're talking, you
regulate it. You regulate it. Make sure it's not very loud. Then don't expose it for a very long time. I've said it before in this program that 3 things are important: the loudness, the length of the time you are exposed to it, and the closeness to the source of the sound. That is why the headphone is particularly bad, because it's just close to your inner ear. It's just delivering the sound straight into your inner ear. But of course, there are simpler things that cause tinnitus. Let's not lose fact of before we start talking about the complex thing. Simple things like wax in the ear can cause tinnitus. And so a patient may have noises in the ear, and you look at the ear, it's just wax, and you take it out, and the person is fine.
So let's look at that, because when it comes to the issue of cleaning the ear, especially for children, even for adults, you are very careful.
You're not supposed to at all.
You're not supposed to. No. So how do you take the wax
several times. I've said it once or twice in this program that the only thing allowed in your ear is your elbow.
How?
Yeah. So that means nothing should go into your ear. So the only thing you're allowed to put inside your ear is your
elbow. Definitely cannot go
into your ear. So nothing. The ear is a self-cleanser.
So why do you have to wait for the wax to cause tinnitus when you can?
No, if it accumulates, most of the time wax cleans itself out. But if it accumulates, we advise people go and seek a specialist. If the wax accumulates,
so it could accumulate to the extent of threats or risk to the ear.
Yes, it can.
Even as self-cleansing as it is.
Yes. So those people are called wax formers. So when you are a wax former, you need to seek a specialist, seek the attention of a specialist, and the specialist will take care of it.
So all this earbud we use?
No, they're not meant for the ears. They're not meant for the ears. They're meant to clean children's noses, catarrh, mucus, and all that. They're not meant for the ears.
Okay. If you're just joining us, we're talking tinnitus. That is talking about noise in the ear, noises in the ear. And specialists in the house has defined them, that tinnitus, as something that, who are those most vulnerable? He said the elderly, when they are 60 plus, because they will be having age-related hearing noise.
Smokers are also more vulnerable.
Okay, smokers. You want to tell us why? I like to inform the male that the male are more susceptible towards, they are more vulnerable towards having it than the female.
Hypertensives too.
Okay. Hypertensives. Those with high blood pressure.
High blood pressure. They are more prone to tinnitus. Yeah, this all has to do with what we call atherosclerosis. Sorry about that. I don't want to go into details of how it's from, but hypertensives, males and all that, they are more prone because their arteries get thickened. It could connote something quite serious, because a brain tumor could present as noise in the ear, particularly if it's just on one side. So if somebody gets up and suddenly starts hearing noise on only one ear.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. You said it's symptoms, not a disease in itself. Symptoms
Yeah.
to what? So one now is a brain tumor.
It could be a brain tumor. Yeah.
Okay.
What we call acoustic neuroma. Acoustic neuroma is a tumor of the nerve we're talking about, the hearing nerve from the inner ear. So it could be an acoustic neuroma. It could be what we call an arteriovenous malformation. Sorry about those words. It just means there's an abnormality. Now, those are the ones.
Do you people speak normal English? I mean, when it comes to your hospital,
Yes.
market when it comes to your hospital,
We
your
try and break
facility,
it down.
how do I understand this is what you are saying?
We try and break it down as much as we can. So those are the ones that the patient, the doctor can, particularly that it synchronizes with your heartbeat. Now the patient will tell you the noise I hear, it goes the same beat as
With
my
your heart.
yes. So when it's synchronizing with the heartbeat, the doctor thinks of an arteriovenous malformation, then he listens and he can pick it up.
Okay, and that's a various information.
Sorry about that.
Now, brain tumor. You talk about smokers. Let's break that down. What's the correlation? Is it the cigarette number of cigarettes, the tobacco? Or
Yeah, it has to. Yeah, still related to the thickening of the vessels and all that, and turbulence of blood flow following that. That's why they could be more prone to that. Just the same way a hypertensive will be more prone
to it. So before we go
yeah.
to management, I
Yeah.
want to ask this because I'm sure every Nigeria is exposed to this, and for me, I think I hear noise in my ear only at a particular time. We all use generating sets.
Wow.
And
yeah.
God help you when you're living in an area where even though you're in your compound, the next compound's backyard is facing your bedroom. And so they place their generating set in their balcony that is facing your own compound bedroom window. It goes on and on and on, and with the power supply challenge,
Yeah.
night in, night out, you contend with this generating set. Does it have any...
It has a lot of effects. In fact, I always talk about this. I better pass my neighbor. Those days, they will put it under their window and put it on, making, there's no easier way to lose your hearing by that.
So Nigerians
the distance from you is important. The distance of the generating set is important.
Because
the duration of hours you're exposing yourself to it.
Let's look at distance.
Important.
Let's look at distance. You just said I better pass my neighbor. There are people living on face me, I face you.
They don't put it under their window.
There are people living even in more spacious apartments. There is a pharmacist I went to once, and when I got there, the place was chaotic. I was trying to find out what happened. They said a generating set that was turned on outside was carried away, and the sales girl had thought that okay, power supply had come, maybe the madam or somebody else had gone to turn it. They have stolen it. So when you know that there is that threat, would you carry the generating set to 5 meters away?
Of course, too. They are danger of carbon monoxide, so they don't want to die. Carbon monoxide will kill them because they're scared of it. I mean, but seriously speaking, there are ways of securing them with chains and all that. I know they will cut the chains too and move them with the chains. And but for your safety, it's very important that we say that it should be some good distance as within safety limits.
All right. So are we in a hopeless situation here, or there are remedies? Because already said prevention is better than cure.
There are remedies. Incidentally, there's this one of the remedies we use. It's a food supplement. Ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba was found to be quite effective.
Does it have a pidgin name?
No.
A coinage, a local name?
No. But it's available in the pharmacies now.
Ginkgo biloba.
Yeah. Then
it's a tablet.
Then you need to do counseling. Yes, we need to do counseling.
No, Ginkgo biloba. How does it come? Is a liquid ear drop?
It's a small tablet. GINGKO BILOBA. Ginkgo biloba. I don't want to market any of these this thing, but I know there's some people that do it. Some other things you need to do is lifestyle modification. Now, for example, we tell them to put a radio by their bedside. Now, when you play music that you like and you're listening to the music at a low volume, you take off your mind from the noise in your head. So it's more of counseling. You try to
psychologically
take their mind on the music, and so while the person is listening to the music, he sleeps off.
And when he wakes and the music is stopped, the noise comes back.
At least he sleeps. That's for those of them that can't sleep. Then for some of them,
constantly it will reduce.
Yes, for some of them we even tell them to use white noise. Now, white noise means you're tuning the radio and you go in between those channels when you hear the shh. Yes, so they leave it at that and make it low, and that is the shh they keep on hearing. So when they keep on hearing that one, their mind is focused on the white noise.
That's not brainwashing, a kind of against you.
It's more. People have tried it and it's worked.
But it's make believe, because it's not actually that the noise has removed that thing. Neither has the radio, which turned off the sweet music, which lured them to sleep. Had removed it, but psychologically they are working themselves.
That is the whole idea.
Okay.
For them to psychologically remove their mind from the noise. So they keep on, and there's what is called tinnitus masker. Tinnitus masker is like a hearing aid. So you put it in your ear and it still delivers that same noise. So when your brain is giving you a noise, so you focus on that noise and forget the one in your head.
All right, I've been told to wind this up, but all of these measures, they seem cheap enough. There are things I can put in place. Talking about
then the other part is you need to.
Tinnitus masker, is it affordable and available? How accessible?
No. Most of them are outside this country.
Outside this country. You're asking a who
radio, you can get a radio. And you can have so many radios these days.
So talk to us about the ones that are accessible.
The easier one is if you have a problem and you want to see an ENT specialist, he will take care of it. If it's wax, he's going to take care of it. If you're taking quinine, you stop it. Gentamicin injection.
When does it become a risk? That I'm hearing this specifically, once you
take a drug and you start hearing noise, you stop it immediately, because drugs like erythromycin,
ENT doctor,
neomycin, vancomycin, I could list a lot of them. Gentamicin injection, quinine tablets, quite a number of drugs, from what we call the anti-neoplastic drugs like vincristine and so on and so forth. These ones will cause tinnitus, so you stop the drug immediately.
All right, thank you very much. We don't have much time. I wanted to ask if I've seen people make mixtures like local concoctions like salt water. They try to put it into their ear. They put bleach, stuff like Izine. It's not.
Those are dangerous.
It's not advised.
Those are very dangerous.
Okay, so the only thing that should go into your ear, he says, is your elbow. If you can do that, then you already know the answer, that nothing at all should go into your ear. We've been talking tinnitus with so many medical names, scientific names, which I cannot reel out today, but it simply puts noise in the ear. He has said that it is a symptom rather than a disease in itself. It could signal brain tumor. It could also signal a reaction or overreaction, as it were, to some drugs that you're using. And so in such instances, you discontinue immediately. He talked about gentamicin injections, neomycin, and so many others. He has also said that you have no business using the popular cotton bud we use for ear, the cotton bud, that it is not meant for your ear. It's not, it's for to clean babies, nostrils, and all of that. And so you must discontinue that attitude or habit if you already have it. And he has said that those who are hypertensive also are very, very much vulnerable to getting that. It occurs mostly in the elderly, 60 plus, in male as well, age-related hearing noise. It is called then presbycusis.
Yes.
Okay, and he has said that for remedies, you're told to put on sweet music when you want to sleep. It reduces tension and it diverts your attention as well from the noise, and gradually it brings to an end that noise as well. And for short, what you need to do is to go see an ENT doctor if you have any of those challenges. So the noise could be a buzzing one, it could be a hissing one, it could be a ringing one, it could also be a vibration. Whatever it is, when it persists, please rush and see an ENT specialist. I'd like to thank our resource person here this morning. We have been speaking with Dr. Okolobo Nekwe Emmanuel. He is a chief consultant, ear, nose and throat surgeon at Delsuth Udara. Many thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Right, the morning Delta continues after now. Stay tuned.